Hello, hello. So today we're going to try something bougie. It's from a luxury brand, Gucci. So this is the Gucci Glow Skin Tint. It is a tinted moisturizer with Skin Perfector and it has a radiant finish. So this has been in the market for a minute now. When this released, I was not in the phase of trying out a tinted moisturizer. I was in the phase of a full glam. So even if it's a very natural look, I was going with a really more highly pigmented foundation base. So I was mostly going with foundation. There was a phase last year where I was completely into tinted moisturizer. So this year in the beginning, I was completely into foundations and I loved it. I wear a full face of makeup every day and you can still do a full face of makeup and make it look very natural, and that is the way I wear it. If you want a full step-by-step rundown of how I do my everyday makeup, let me know in the description box below. I would love to do that because I get ready every day. So in the recent few weeks, I have felt that I've been losing a little bit of weight and I haven't been taking care of my skin. So my skin, I can feel that my skin is aging and a lot of foundation is settling into my fine lines, in my forehead lines. And if you hear any heavy breathing noise, that is my dog who's standing right beside me and he's asking me for something which I don't know. I just took him outside. He is such a needy dog. So we're gonna ignore that. If you hear a heavy breathing noise, that's Ollie. So back to the foundation. So that's the reason I want to give it a try. I want to see if this is soft enough for my aging skin. At the same time, I want a little bit of pigmentation because I have a little bit of scars over here. I don't have a lot of scars on the center of my face, but on the peripheral area, on the outer area, I do have a little bit of scarring. So I just want to see if that is covered. Then this is going to be an amazing choice for me to wear every day. So let me push my hair back and we can get going with this. And because it's a skin tint, I don't know if I have to shake it. It's thick. I did try the formulation. I felt it has a very moussey formulation, but let me show you the packaging once. Wow, that should be the first step. It is a white packaging with these golden details. You can see, and you have this space where you can see the shade. Again, it's focusing on my face. And I love the cap. It's so tiny. The cap is very tiny. You can see the difference. And this is how tiny this spout is. So the other day I tried to wear sort of a foundation, of serum based foundation, where I did not want to wear concealer. So I just put a little bit of color corrector and wore the foundation on top of it, and I loved the way it looked. So that's what I've done today. I've used a little bit of color corrector just under my eyes, nowhere else. Under my eyes and a little bit by the sides of my nose. That is it. I haven't covered up my scars, anything, because that is what I want to see what the moisturizer would do, the tinted moisturizer. So that is all I've done, and I am not going to wear concealer today because that is the plan. I'm going to take a little bit just to show you the texture. Look how moussey. It feels so creamy, yet it is like a very, very soft whipped texture. Actually, because I have this in my hand, I'm gonna place it over here and I'm doing it on just one side. You saw it was like a very tiny drop that I had used on the hand, and I've almost tried to scoop up everything, and I'm just going with my hand because it's a tinted moisturizer. You don't have to use a brush. I see a little bit of difference, but I think I can go a little bit more. So now I'm taking it directly in my finger. I can definitely see the difference now, and because I was using it on, I had to be a little bit precise wearing it on this side, so it took me a little bit of time to blend it, but I don't see any streaks. I don't see any streaks on my face. It is not patchy. I can feel it on my skin, but let's see how long it's going to take to settle down or to dry into my skin. Because normally any foundation, when you use it, it's a little bit oily or creamy or it's wet on your skin, but it takes a little bit of time to settle down. So we're going to see that as well. But I see the difference, and I'm not wearing a concealer, and this is how it's going to be. And I took it under my eyes as well. Under your eyes, be very careful. Just tap the product because that's the most sensitive part of your skin on your face. And if you're dragging it, that means you're pulling your skin and you will have more wrinkles. So be very safe there. I actually like the way it is looking, and I feel the color is so on point for me. And this is medium deep number 47. I love it. I love the subtle glow that it's giving me, because even my natural skin, because of the skincare, I have a little bit of glow. It's not taking away the glow. It is giving the same type of glow with the product, which I'm really loving. So let me just finish up my full face and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back with my full face done. The time right now is 9:40. It's 9:39, which is almost 9:40. So it is right now exactly 9:40, and this is how my makeup looks right now. This is exactly how I do my everyday makeup, but for the I think except the last 2 days, I've always used a little bit of concealer, but today this is without concealer, and I mellow down with the blush a little bit. But otherwise, this is exactly how my everyday makeup goes, and I'm loving the way this skin tint looks on my skin right now. I don't see any pores. It's covering up everything. I'm using the Gucci blush. It has a little bit of sheen to it. I guess, yeah. It is a matte blush. No, it is a matte blush. So I think the sheen that you see here is from the skin tint itself. And anything that has a little bit of sheen to it, it normally emphasizes my texture, but this is not emphasizing my texture. It sits really well under the eyes as well. So I love the finished look. I was not planning on doing a full day wear test, but let's try to check at least for the amount of time I'm able to do this. I have a lot of work today. It's going to be a very long day. So let me see when I can come back and check in with you guys. So I'm just trying to pull out the details about the skin tint itself. I'm pretty sure this retails for $59. It is, yes, it retails for $59. It comes in 20 beautiful shades, 20 shades for a skin tint. Very, very nice. So the only thing that I was a little bit worried about was, oh my god, my dog's hair is everywhere and it starts itching me. Sorry. The only thing I was worried about is because it says it's best for dry combo normal skin. So dry normal skin, I understand. Combination skin, normally it can be anything. It can be combination oily, combination dry. So I don't know what combo skin it suits, but I have oily combination skin, so I am going to try it out and let you know how it works. The ingredients is very simple here. It has hyaluronic acid, which boosts hydration. It has Bakuchiol, which is actually a plant-based ingredient which smooths out your skin. I can definitely see it smoothing out at the moment, but as you keep using it, it will work wonders on your skin as well. It has licorice root extract, which is really good for pigmented skin. If you have any acne scars, any type of pigmentation, it would really work wonders. It brightens your skin and it improves the glow in your skin. So I am excited about the ingredients. There is not much about this. As I told you, because it's a skin tint, you can use it with your fingertips. Today I used it with my fingertip, and it did not leave any streaky marks, because that's the problem when you use your fingertips sometimes. Because you go with all directions, it leaves those streaky marks. But if you go in just one direction, it doesn't leave those streaky marks a lot. But today I think I was very clumsy with how I was wearing it, because I was trying to be a little bit precise, wearing it on one side and then on the other side. So I was a little bit clumsy, but still it did not leave any streaky marks with it. But if you have any streaky marks left, there is like this puff, or you can use a beauty blender. When you want to take off the excess or blend out the streak marks on your face, try not using a damp beauty blender because it might take off the foundation, the product itself. So a very dry sponge like this or your beauty blender will really work well. I wanted to give you a close-up of my skin right now. Right? It's beautiful, and I'm not wearing a concealer. I'm so happy about that. I can't tell you. I am not wearing a concealer. I set my full face with a little bit of powder, not full face, especially I set my under eyes with powder, with the Charlotte Tilbury airbrush powder. So whatever was left in the sponge, I use the sponge to set my under eyes. So whatever, after setting my under eye, whatever was left, I just pressed it on this side of the face. Then I took powder, set the under eyes on this side, and whatever was left, I just pressed it on this side of my face. So that is all I have done. So I did notice that it reduced a shine a little bit, and right now I don't have that sticky feel on my face, so it has settled into my skin really well, and I love the finished look. So I'm definitely going to do a wear test. I don't know for how long, but I'll see you soon. Okay, the time, I don't know if you can see, my phone is down, but the time is 3:54. So it's like 6 hours, 10 minutes. And this is how my skin looks. I have to say, I love the way it is looking, the way the soft finish I'm getting. It hasn't moved a lot, and I'm very, very surprised because, let me bring you closer. I was wearing my glasses all day long, so you can see a little bit of slip over here. The skin tint has slipped, but compared to my other foundations, it is very, very minimal. So I'm just gonna first, let me just rub it together like this. Normally that works for me. It's gone, right? It is gone. I can see a little bit of oil peeking through. That comes with the territory, and I'm 43 years old, but for some reason I feel in between, when I turned 40, 41, my skin was getting drier a little bit, but for the past 2 months my skin is getting more oilier. Oily skin, actually you're blessed with oily skin because you don't age quicker. The drier your skin, the quicker you age, so I'm happy about that. However, sometimes I feel that my skin gets too glowy by the end of the day. But with that said, I have to say that I still love the finish that this is giving me. And this is a little bit natural, radiant, glowy type skin tint. So it hasn't emphasized my texture, which normally a glowy product does that. And with this much of oil peeking through, still my texture hasn't shown up. Look at how smooth my skin looks. That itself is blowing me away. So I'm just taking the beauty sponge that I used this morning, and I am pressing. Look at the difference. It's just the oil, and the skin tint is not moving anywhere, and you can still see the glow on my face. The skin tint is not moving, with a slight touch-up, without a touch-up. So I don't want to take a long time on this. Oh my god. So I'm blending it out, and you can still see the glow on my skin, and that is the glow from the skin tint itself. It hasn't settled into my lines, on my forehead lines. It hasn't settled into my smile lines or the crevices of my nose, and this is a definite win-win for me. And with the ingredients that it has, and this is how I want my skin to look at the end of the day, and even without makeup, this is how smooth and beautiful I want my skin to look. So this has the ingredients that would support a long-term solution for a soft focus skin. So my verdict is I love it. So it's a total thumbs up from my side. If you like this video, please make sure to hit the like button and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thank you very much for watching till the end, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.